Let me ask you something. What was the best event in Dragon Ball Legends? You can think of any event that you like. Literally anything. Name me one event that you think was the best in this game's history. Alright, let me tell you what was actually the best event in Dragon Ball Legends. I think this was, without a doubt, the full power Frieza event. Now, for those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, what was the full power Frieza event? Let me explain. This was during a very good time in the game when we had the broken counter LF Namegoku. This guy was so annoying, so dumb, but he brought to us the best event in the game, the full power Frieza stage. For those of you who don't know, 6 to 5 years ago this game was releasing, say, pretty frequently these stage type of events. For example, we have the base Vegito, free to play Vegito. He had like this 100 stages or 50, I don't even remember. Anyway, they used to do these stage events where you had to, you know, complete the stages. It's like full power battle, like but better, because it was actually challenging, it was actually hard. This brings us to the full power Frieza event. I'll be the one who kills you. Oh man, this event was so hard. Only old players will understand what I'm saying, but this event was so hard. It had 50 stages. I think there was even a bonus stage. I know there was 50 stages, and if you played back then, you know how hard and how this event drove everyone crazy. Everyone tried to make strategies. It took people like days, weeks to even get to the final stage against full power Frieza. And if you do manage to get to the final stage, stage 50, then you'd have to fight a Frieza who has over 5.5 million HP, and he has another life, a second life, with again like 5 million HP, something like that. And if you manage to kill his second life, then you have to deal with his endurance, which gave him like 1.5 million HP. So in total you had to kill Frieza who had over 10 million HP. This was crazy back then, and back then units only had level 4,000, 4.5, something like that. So it was even harder because units couldn't even deal damage back then. Not the damage that we see today, of course. Today the events are just a joke. You can finish an event in 2 minutes, even the hard ones. Dragon Ball Legends like to say that, oh guys, we're giving you a hard event, this is going to be extreme difficulty, this is going to be so hard, God challenge, whatever, right? And you just clear it in 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes. You use just Legend Vegito, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Namegoku, Kid Buu, Ultra Buhan. You just deal infinite amounts of damage. You give your units 5 times Zenka buffs, the best equips, right? You have 14-star units, you have boost units. Back then in the Frieza event, you had boost units, but it was only limited to like Namegoku, the transforming Vegeta and Trunks, if you remember the very old ones from the Android 13 movie, and Frieza himself, full power Frieza himself, the OG yellow one. Anyway, what really sets this event apart of any other event in the game actually was it was actually fun. This was fun. People actually enjoyed playing this event. People strategized. People really got into it in YouTube, in everything. You would see people get excited for this event. They wanted to beat the game, beat Frieza, to win. This was such a peak event in the game. It was actually hard. You actually had to try, and I remember this Frieza was so annoying. He was constantly spamming his blue card, the death sausage, whatever, the pizzas, and it was so hard. It was one shot in your units. It was 3-4 card in your units. It was very hard. You were doing 0 damage with even the boost units. You were still doing 0 damage. But in the end, when you actually finished the final stage, when you actually won, it felt rewarding. It felt rewarding. It felt fun. It felt like you completed something, like you managed to overcome a very hard challenge, which it was. And that's what we're missing in modern events. In modern events, you don't have this feeling of satisfaction. You just, alright, I'm going to finish this event and get my CC, and that is over with. Don't care about this event, don't care about PvE. But back then, it was actually rewarding. You actually felt good. Even if the rewards weren't that great, it was the challenge of the event that made you want to play the event and keep going and trying to eventually defeat Frieza. And it was so fun. It's really, it's a real shame that they don't bring these types of events. I don't know why. I don't know what they're thinking. They could easily do something familiar, like we're going to get a new event against Cooler. You know what? Final form Cooler. He has like 10 lives, and your units don't do like 10 million damage in one strike or one blast or one card, and then it feels rewarding. It feels fun. They can, I know they can do something that's actually fun in this game, like the full power Frieza event. And anyway, I really hope they'll bring back this event somehow, or at least something similar to this event, because in my opinion this was the peak event, peak times, the best event of all time in this game, in my opinion, and nothing can top this. Not your god challenges, not your I don't know, raids, whatever. This was actually fun and entertaining. And let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next video.